Hi, I'm Rebecca Miller, and I'm a little overwhelmed to be here, but it's exciting. I'm going to start to look at some wonderful movies and maybe choose some. Oh, Devi is by Satyajit Ray is just so beautiful. It's one of the greatest films I've ever seen, I will tell you. It's about the wife of a man who kind of becomes like a goddess, and it destroys her life. But it kind of puts you into a trance almost. It's like really one of the most powerful cinematic experiences I've ever had, and she's just incredible in it. So The Color of Pomegranates by Sergei Parajanov is just like a unabashedly poetic film that's ethnography, cinema, poetry, painterly, surreal, but really rooted, I think, in Armenian culture. Beautiful historical film, like not historical film in the sense of being accurate, maybe historically. It's mythic. It's a mythic film. And I remember seeing it when I was on tour with the Cherry Orchard in what was then Soviet Georgia, and just being astonished by it. This was in 1986 or something. Anyway, beautiful film. A short film about killing. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it puts you into the occasion of sin along with the person in the movie. It's like a pure pill, but very disturbing. There are two films, the two most disturbing, it's one of the more disturbing films I've seen, a short film about killing and Sallow, and by Pasolini, and then the other one was Repulsion, which I couldn't talk for like 24 hours after I saw that in college. But then you have films that go the other way, see life from a more comic lens, which I find often equally, they stay with me equally, but in just a different way, like The Lady Eve. Also, what's also great, who made most wonderful movies of that kind, was Miloš Forman. Loves of a Blonde by Miloš Forman is an absolutely wonderful movie. Tonally, it's just so wonderfully free and specific, and very much about a female character, which I loved. And it's really about romance, and it's classic New Wave cinema as well. But there is something about the Middle European, slightly depressive humor that I just find so appealing. It's like you can just feel the sadness in the humor. So, Children of Paradise by Marcel Carné, Les Enfants du Paradis. Oh my God, this is, I think, maybe my favorite movie ever. It's poetic realism, but it's also so deeply human. And the woman Arletty, who plays this who's loved by several different men, is such a wonderfully sad, knowing, wise, sexy, liberated creature, and yet you completely believe that you're in 18th century France, which is really hard to do. I mean, I feel like, unlike most period films, it doesn't come with its own time. I mean, like, you really feel like somehow they managed to transport you into the period. And it's like funny and sort of wistful, and also the crowd scenes are incredible. The beautifully orchestrated crowd scenes and costumes and the textures and the patina of all of the design is really extraordinary. There's something about that I find very compelling. But the character of the mime is so wonderful, and it's almost also a philosophy of life in this film, a kind of forgiving. I think I respond when there is like real texture and rootedness in behavior and the physicality. In a way, the more mad the thing is, the more I want it to be rooted, I feel. And I haven't really thought about it that way, but I think that's right. Well, thank you. My God, thank you so much, all of you.